Viewers them, we just want to take the time to apologize because there was a power shortage and make the program was just paused for a little while. So again, when I take it, thank you. When I still stick around with me, Lord continue with this very good program. Again, we apologize tonight. Dr. Sisi, as will be the discuss, I believe so we'll be at the point where we'll try to discuss the results. Why make the international committee and people who observe this election process even frown at this? I think that will be for continue the discussion.
As I said, when you deal with figures, the process of managing the figures or get the results we were announcing that we don't get to from this process. It must be a process where transparent, where inclusive of the parties will get stake in the process, like APC, like the other parties, like SLPP, like the national and international observers. They are all get stake. They spend their money for they take part in this process. So they want to see how this process go through. Now, if during that process they see what will happen, they accept the process, whatever result come on, it's already a process of accepting the results. But this is where the big question is. It not happen. We start to tally the figures. Nobody not see what they go on. Only for arrive now at this point for announced results at district level. This is the question. Why who said this figure here come out? People do not see the process. Who said it happen? You know. So and for me also an interesting thing where I observed during this election. You know, say IRN announced results at polling station, you know, other levels, and they've been announced in previous elections. But this time I didn't ban them. Yeah. So because they were going to relay the results at the polling station level.
And to be honest with you, Doc, I think it's good way somebody like you they point into out because you've been around, you've observed, you've been part of different elections there. So for you to pick them differences there, they bring them come to the to listen to viewers them. At least it's also they bring to the light the different irregularities that will happen during the process where we see and just make it much more known or factual. Say something went wrong.
Definitely.
There was a lot of cooking done with BC. There was lack of transparency towards this election. Yes, definitely. And I just want probably let you talk briefly because Dr. Samura Kamara talk about the women in Sierra Leone. I mean, he praised them because if you watch the voter turnout was very good, and people stayed around. People stayed around till 7, 8 o'clock. Where they tally, people them they count, people them they old church lights them, they point them. Where let the electoral people may they just manage the process. But I don't know if you want to talk about that, but for just get the Sierra Leoneans them could say they came out. They wanted something different, but obviously this is what happened right now.
Take you first. The start where all these things start. The enthusiasm of the people.
Correct.
The voter registration. Then do the 2021 midterm census for determining the distribution of parliamentary seats by district. Now, what census? The north and the west, the population they reduce them. Then Kando, the west one have been 37 point something percent or 35%, even in 2015. 35%, they reduce them to
22.
No, not 28 point something percent. The west, instead of being up, they reduce them. The south and the east, they all two go up.
So that was very deliberate.
One of the things in that, although maybe later we'll discuss this, because why make I bring them point here? Not only for demonstrate the enthusiasm of the people, but this is a for make sure the elections will go the way they go. You understand? Because I can tell you about the removal of the 10 MPs so that they control parliament and get a speaker and pass whatever they do. Then other things that happen, human rights issues, but specifically on the voter registration. The voter registration show outrightly that the number of voters were registered for 2023 elections, the share by district, by region, the more pass the one away during the census. That is, if you distribute the population of the census, you say the north, the south, and the east, according to the figures, they are almost equal, 28% plus for the three. But the voter registration council say, no, the north they up, the west they up, then the south and the east go down. You understand? But nonetheless, they use the census for distribute the number of seats, for let them get more seats in the parliament, for control the parliament. You understand? So this is the strategy back where they use. Now, that enthusiasm there, it really shows people who are very determined say, okay, after all, and if you remember, even through the 5 years, people have been say, we they wait for the ballot box.
Yeah.
Now they will go speak. So right from the voting registration, now they see the high turnout of people, even though they deprive a number of people for not for register, they intimidate, they even arrested some people during the voter, but still people registered huge numbers. The figures are getting. Now, from that point they come to election day, or even the campaign self during Samura Kamara. Come on, in fact, from the convention, the population will come on McKinney for Camfrey Town. It shake the country.
Yeah.
We don't arrive at until then 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah, we left McKinney 10, 8 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock.
In the morning. You understand? They all go corner back. Now the second largest population, a road of 2-3 miles, people then day, not the same to Then the enthusiasm of the people. Election day, some man don't go under 11, 12 o'clock the next. They go lay down there, go sit down there. Not only for vote, but for make sure you business not take place. Like then get now some place where they can go ballot box, they don't stop now. They will just go put them, change pull the empty one, and they don't stop and down. Like it happened in other places. You understand? People were very vigilant, and they turned out in numbers. And so when you look at all that, and the voter turnout also, and the figures they will get, the north and the west had a better turnout than the south and the east. But nonetheless, the result of the encounter, it tells you something different. So all of these issues, it tells you the people are so desperate, the people are so determined, they're so moved for votes. But then Mr. Connor come with your own figure, the only show say, no, in a different way, the results will come out.
But I think this, just like what you said, this gives a lot of kudos to the well-meaning Carolina, where they say they kept their peace. With all the intimidation that came out, they stay humble. They say no, and look what they do with the beer till we go vote. We go cast, we go at the ballot box and see, because we want something new. I think the average Carolina was crying for something different. They wanted hope. They wanted a new adventure, because in all honesty, this 5 years has been very, very, very terrible, Dr. Cisse. So it's been very unforgiving this past 5 years. I want to give to you some a comment of Dr. Samura Kamara when he mentioned the parliamentarians then, and get you comment on that, because that's the next thing we are going to say. I quote, "I therefore reaffirm the position of the All People's Congress as stated in the party's press release of 30th June 2023, and in this respect commend and appreciate on your behalf the boldness, sacrifice and pride of your non-participating parliamentarians, mayors, chairmen and elected councillors. We must also be proud of our brothers and sisters in the diaspora whose energy and strength continue to hold us together in seeing through our ambition." I think, say, in this quote here, Dr. Samura Kamara, he just appreciate these elected people there, in terms of the parliamentarian members there. We don't decide for sacrifice. It's not for themselves, but for the state. For let it all come together in oneness, and also the diaspora them also. We've seen different videos them all across, from America, Australia, all parts of Africa, Europe, where people came out in numbers for demonstrate some of the actions that really happen at Salon to their other elected offices then abroad. I don't know if you go able to elaborate on that one bit stuff.
It is very true that the true Democrats of Sierra Leone, now them people then they will call the MPs, the mayors, the councillors, will go according to the decision of the party leadership.
Yeah.
For them not participate in governance, for them not go parliament, let them not go attend council activities and sit down until we resolve the problem we'll get to. Now Sierra Leone, I think it's a big sacrifice. A lot. Then you go contest, it means a lot. Now when you don't say now, okay, I don't win, even though the Shibangi results will get, they say, okay, you don't win. But now you cannot. Other things, or you were able to travel abroad because you got diplomatic passport and anything, and there are benefits, no question about it. The previous MPs, they know what that means. But be it as it may, then decide to say, okay, will they go with the party for the sake of democracy? If we not sacrifice for let democracy fully happen at Sierra Leone, then we self will blame tomorrow for saying that we will make democracy at Sierra Leone by not complying with the party position. So it's a big sacrifice, and I would say congratulations to the MPs elected, to the chairpersons, mayors and councillors elect. We're not going to parliament or council. We abide by the party in decision, not for take part in governance. We'll talk that to the Pekin and take them Pekin and say, now we Pekin them, now we daddy them, mama them, now they will sacrifice democracy, thrive in Sierra Leone. But I also want to add again, the other set of Democrats, now the people. The people, they say, yes, the party position, now we self-support. For them, we not go. Now we vote for them, we not go. But under this circumstance, we not go. I see a letter where they want Thompson come out.
Thompson, okay.
Honorable Thompson.
Okay.
The right say no, they dissociate themselves from that kind of action. They are not to their own position, they don't support that. You understand? We have two MPs, Mohamed Bangura and Thompson, when APC MPs elect, they decide for go in parliament. Even though that is against policy or decision, not for go, but they decide for go. So they don't mind their own personal interest, they surpass the country, and not only the party, the country in interest. So these are the kind of things we have. But I must say again, the people are really very important in trying to re-establish democracy in this country. They have really played a great role, whether it is voter registration, it is election day, or even coming to ensuring that they not participate in the parliament or the councils. The people are very supportive.
I think so, Dr. Sam, you don't hit the nail really well here. Because to be honest with you, I just look at the parliamentarian, they don't sacrifice. I forgot about the people there.
Yeah.
We be say, the people themselves said that they get for sacrifice before even the parliamentarian is sacrificed. Because at the end of the day, the parliamentarian are also answerable to the people. So if you don't accept the parliamentarian, so it makes life a little bit easier for the parliamentarian and say for sacrifice, for take this, for say, okay, not listen to people, and also take the back, it's not listen to the party and take this position. Because it's a very, very important position right now. I think this firm step as a party, and some of them people are so don't take. I think it helps the party moving forward into this so-called dialogue way for happen in the so-called very, very near future in terms of the party. Yes, like to you another quote of Dr. Samura Kamara HEO intake also. I quote, this is not the second paragraph. It says, "This is the worst that has ever happened to democratic Sierra Leone. And let's be at the outset state that I consider a bounden duty to right this wrong. And I also ask all well Sierra Leoneans and friends of Sierra Leone to join me in this divine quest with the strongest conviction and determination in order to save our democracy and the future of our country, both of which we have so assiduously nurtured over the years, and more so since the end of the 11th-year conflict that befell our country. It's very, very important for I think this one tells me, Dr. Samura, it's not about himself anymore. It's about for safe democracy in Salome, because if he has a leader, let this line a problem. We don't know waiting will do to we again the party of the people in this country. I don't know if you want to just add to that.
Well, let me say this again, that the 2018 elections results nothing gets back up. Not like what happened. What happened in 2023, it happened in 2018. Figures, votes were declared at district level without backups, without evidence. You know, now it don't happen. But at that time, we understood, because we just came 10 years of peaceful country. We don't get all the accolades, so we are careful not to break again. And also, at that time, we had this invisible hand of regime change. APC did not lose power. I did not lose election. We lost power at that time. So now the same thing now happened. So back. So now, in fact, we are saying that the APC position will shift from just about elections to restoring democracy. Because from the past 5 years or so, the things that would happen, removing 10 members of parliament of APC, for them we will get the majority of parliament and elect the speaker who will be in their favor, and then will pass all kinds of things, to the number of laws that will then pass even later than the deadline under ECOWAS protocol, and also a lot of things that will not happen. Human rights issues, even by elections that will happen. A new place na Tonko Limba, we will kill one young man there. Where I was there, the results we know say we APC win them, but then take the results from the world who said the election, they who said they declare the result, then go Cambia, then convert us in to win there. There are so many things that don't happen where if you really want to get democracy at a foothold, we have to look at all these issues. You go to the judiciary, that's another kettle of fish. You go to the security apparatus, that's another one. You go to PPRC, all of these elections management bodies, and there are big question marks over how they perform in the elections.
Dr. Samura Kamara, and again at the quotum, what always you say so, Dr. Sisi, that is simply a just strive from our quotum. He say we cannot allow ourselves to be subjected to premature end to a hard-earned democracy by a president and a regime that wants to retain power despite an abysmal 5 years record of bad governance, unprovoked human rights violations, several uninvestigated extrajudicial killings, superintending and on the brink of an irreparable collapse and a massive electoral rigging just to retain power.
So which means elections comes there, but after
so many things,
a litany of many issues will try to destroy democracy. So if you want to bring back democracy, you cannot bring it like no. You have to look at all the issues and make sure that never again this will happen. So that's the whole issue, not just about the elections.
I think this. Dr. Sisi, you've been doing this electoral process. I think this one, how this one unique from all the other election processes the way you observe. You don't make it state so, but I just want probably in a good summary explain to who viewers them what some of the uniqueness of this 2023 elections compared to other one the way you be done. Because I just want to pick you again and see.
Well, interestingly, I do a research paper on the political demographic, what they call simply on the censuses. I do analysis of the censuses. We don't take prisoners asylum. 1963 up to this latest one, 2021.
Okay.
I also do analysis of elections from 1929, we start on Sierra Leone, up to this one back.
So I talk to the right person.
Yes, and what is very clear is that the election in day, up to the one in 2012, you see the backup data, the backup evidence at various levels before they can declare at district level. Very important.
Okay.
But believe me, when they send out the young, this 2023, by the time they go now for go catch the thing, they don't put all things, including the old records. You understand?
Yes, sir.
The old record, but some of them old records are there. I downloaded them. For we provide evidence as to the results for the elections 1996, 2007, 2012. The evidence they did. I mean, I download and I use for make me correlation analysis. Yes, you know. So, but this one now, 2018, yes, now the presidential no more 90. The other one, this one now, they just put them quick, they pull them, and they remove all the old one, the back, the other election results.
Okay.
So, why would they do that? Why would they do that? Now you want to go there for go look at information, you know, they see them. They say go to courts. Courts cancel, they look inside it, and then they see data. So, who's the proof there?
Okay, I got the way you say court, because there were some people who would they say after the elections, why they say why make the APC party not take this case going to court compared to the stance we will take. I don't know if you want to elaborate on that, sir.
There are many reasons why make that happen. First, we had an experience wherein after the elections 2018, petitions were made by the APC, and nothing happened. While the SLPP ones were acted upon, you know, and then they removed 9 MPs from APC. They replaced them with SLPP MPs without going through the due process. The due process, not a PR system at that time, because PR will remove one, why would they want to come out? Well, it was direct voting. So, which means that if this one, the people that's in Naim, they remove them under credible process of litigation, then the next thing is to go and conduct by-elections. No, now one constituency no they conduct one by-election, on 110. And even they, when they cancel them 2-3 times at the end of the day, they therefore accept saying that APC win them back. But those 9, they just replace them with SIPP people.
Without even go through the due process.
No, the due process. And then they go swear in, again, the judiciary, they go swear in the people and they, you understand, they not act on the APC own. Now, even this one, that 2018, people like Silva, Bradley and others, they went to court. They not pass verdict until 3 years later. Who would now remove, if let us say, for example, President Bureau will win. Who that now who's cut down 3 years later? You know, that say no win.
After such a long time.
After such a long time, you understand? And there are many instances who don't get go matters they go to court. Now let's look again. This man Charles Magai. Recently, he said take up to court on these elections, the presidential, and he said, "Me this matter what they challenge. Now the Supreme Court for sit only. Now they for sit on panel. But the one we go for chairman, now the Chief Justice. You understand? Okay. But the Chief Justice, within 1 hour after the door elect the man, he don't go swear on you. So now he don't legitimize the man finally. Now how can he now come and sit in a matter we therefore also do with that? But what happened? The ruling was no, it is still continue for sit on. You understand? The very important one, now the evidence. If Congress can come up with the evidence of how they come with the results, they will look at real information and see say yes, it's correct. They will not need for go anywhere. But they not agree for release the results at the polling station level. We will try to compare with we own and see whether it tally or not. No, they have refused. International don't ask for them, national don't ask for them, parties don't ask for them, they are refused. And now, whose evidence they can go? Now then when don't go declare results, now then your evidence now for use.
True. So that makes them for release.
Yeah, they have a burden of proof.
Not true.
They have a burden to prove that the result they declared
correct.
are correct based on their own evidence. Then now we left to winner for proof or not. That's evidence.
So, I think that's very important for those who we are able to digest, say that they get the burden of proof.
Correct.
Meaning the IFP from them where Mr. Corner gets or where in your institution get, where they're supposed to get,
yes.
They're supposed to release them for the public consumption. Let the public able know say yes. The numbers the way you say are right. Now so I get me results. So district by region by waiting now so the numbers and they all add up with X win and B and Y loss. Yes. So at least it will ease the tension at the country.
Correct.
It will make sure say okay, good, let's move on. But again, I make we on this course on this stalemate on which we are on right now. We know also and also the kind of challenges the whole country they face right now. Yeah. The kind like where we say everything is just they go from one end to another in terms of prices and they make everything go because salon really depends on foreign aid. If then people and they say the results are not right, they need to pay on money. So that's why everything is going up. Now make everything out like there's increase in tax and everything. So but that's
well that way I would say first and foremost, we ourselves will not say most of our budget now donors. We don't go up to 60% of our budget. Now donors are here. Now if they question the transparency and accountability of the results and also for say credible, then they cannot put their money because they believe in this principle, this value of democracy. Value of credibility in elections because now they help for legitimize a government or not legitimize it as it is now, then say no, we will not recognize this government because of that. So therefore they cannot put their money there. You understand? And this is what we are beginning to see because of that crisis they don't get confidence for because when the opposition in a government, you understand? Or then they themselves don't agree, so cannot move and do whatever, then they will serve as a check.
True.
But under a government like this, the APC not to take part, then they bring PR. They don't say they sweep themselves. Because when they bring PR, it means them party that will be not there before. See for see under PM, they are not there again. So now APC and SNP still the only one they also then get NDC and PMDC. NDC get na Falaba, PMDC get na they get na I think Kenema or somewhere. Then na council level. Na council level. No, na 3 seats then.
Okay.
Then 2 parties na 3 seats and get na council in the whole country.
Wow.
So the rest na APC versus SNP.
That's one of the disadvantages of
the PR system. So now
it eliminates smaller parties that are not
exactly. They're not able to go inside. Then APC will hold them to ransom now, right now.
True.
So there is not multi-party.
Probably within the past week, before ever Dr. Samura Kamara addressed the nation, there was a lot of uproar on the internet or social media per se. And I think Dr. Samura Kamara, with his own speech, with title say, why we must why we must encourage and participate in the political dialogue. I quote, "This dialogue was the key product of a first meeting with President Bio, considered by both of us as the most peaceful recourse to resolve the existing political impasse. Let me, on the eve of the forthcoming inter-party dialogue, essentially between the APC and the illegitimate power regime, humbly assure you all that I have not and will never betray our trust and confidence." I think before then there was a lot of uproar at the social media about Dr. Samura the President Bio meet or whatever it is, So I think in your way, if any right time, meaning Dr. Samura Kamara, for talk to the general public. Say, yes, this happened, but this happened because of the stalemate. Because Dr. Samura Kamara possibly this country go before, because you cannot engage somebody on two extreme ends. If me the first we two get for me to plus on top of how the first get for end. I don't want to see conflict will end from just fighting. At some point, from since the world war, they have to sit on the table, saying Dr. Samson said you are sorry or how to move forward. I don't know if you want just
well, you know, some people then they hold them in vex and they vex like two to most them. And they aim themselves and look at themselves, but I don't meet up.
From a white back.
Yeah, so I make for us we said okay, we don't say we're not a joint governance. But if we don't see also no more, nothing not happen, the people that will become impatient with us. So what did happen now? Now just the doctor was advised follow break silence and be engaged. Instead of reason for let that happen. Because if you don't agree and the leadership of the party not agree, no will happen.
That's true.
So there was this understanding that the dialogue for take place. Because not only then you will able to present your case, if you get evidence, you provide the evidences, and then say, okay, this is my case, and therefore for move forward, now this will work for you. But if you don't create the opportunity for them to go put on a case and discuss and agree on the way forward, then you are not going to move. What thing will happen? Now the country will be problem. People will continue for suffer because this TIO they go on away money they come problems and they do now. Now the people that they suffer more. You understand? So for like we reduce that burden, now for try now get a dialogue and get a way forward so that we normalize the situation, democracy will prevail, and then normal political life will continue, and then inflows will begin to take place, goodwill will begin come, we will make the country begin bubble again. You understand? So very, very important. And as I say, the two things them. Some people they wear the mango meat view. Oh, for compromise. That you don't go compromise, don't sell him. You understand? People then feel say, now you get your lawyer. You get case in a court with person. Like me, you get case in a court.
Yes, sir.
Me lawyer. We own people then tradition. Me own lawyer, with your lawyer. If they see them, then they talk, then they laugh. With people then they vex. He said, this don't go compromise.
You don't say so. Some people have to be
that guy wait they don't know say professionally you get to protect your image.
True.
So it don't matter. We're not gonna laugh. We're not gonna talk. So now that guy we the bar say meet the so now people they begin to say, oh, now sell game, you don't go sell game. They begin to talk about money than $200,000, they want $20,000. One whole country. The whole world is guided by you, Sierra Leone. Now you can't behave stupidly. Samura Kamara has a lot at stake. He don't work for how many years for building image. He's now under the microscope of the world. The big powers, America, Europe, all money watch. Even Africa now, in terms of promoting democracy, because Sierra Leone case don't become internationalized. True. So democracy is at stake. You understand? So democracy is under attack. So we have to fix Sierra Leone for make sure say democracy is restored and developed, so that it doesn't happen in other countries.
Exactly. I think Dr. Sorry. I think with Sierra Leone right now, I think not only the international community, we have foreign leaders. Now different parts of Africa. Keenly they observe how the international community they participate in these tiers where how they deal with it. Yes. Because exactly, because if countries there like their elections around the corner, Senegal is also not too far. We have other countries elections are just around the corner.
Yes.
If and when they feel say they not participate well or how they handle this, it's going to be a pattern.
Of course.
It's going to be pattern right across Africa. And the sad thing is, it's much more cheaper for a democracy now than wait with alternate to win now for Kandwa back and the rest of Africa.
Correct.
We've seen whereby there have been wars and everything that would happen. So I think we international people, committees, partners, they themselves, it's the right thing to do, especially when there are clear evidences that say this thing not work well. There's something more, it's I'm going to need for, uncover, let the truth be,
In fact, Fonty, to back up what thing with the talk so, why make we get small delay with the own discussion and Sierra Leone? Now, because of the pending Liberian elections. Okay. Because, as I say, the issue of democracy don't become so at the center stage of politics now, and the globe, and the world, that any sign away election will take place, the international community will go there for make sure say the correct things are done, the correct results are released, so that the right person, what the people want, is elected. You understand? So even though Commonwealth, Liberia is not part of the Commonwealth, but Commonwealth seems as important for also well observing, because everything is volatile.
True.
Now the war started in Liberia, they came to Sierra Leone.
And please, we also saw what happened also in the 90s when there was like a coup all around.
Yes.
So it's
even now.
Yeah.
I mean, after elections, how many coups are not taking?
It don't begin. And I just quote Dr. Samura in terms of this dialogue. I say the dialogue will also help to unravel the truth before Sierra Leoneans and the rest of the world, just like you just said, sir. And most importantly, the dialogue offers a unique opportunity for Sierra Leoneans to right the wrongs of the just concluded June 24 elections and restore our democracy, which has been ruined because of the quest of power and control by the BO regime. So for me, anybody will feel say Dr. Samura because he meets President BO now for your own personal gain or now for your own selfish gains there or for your own self-interest, they make a mistake. I think that Dr. Samura is one of the people who will be, for me, dealing with Dr. Samura on a one-to-one level, it gets two unique qualities around it. His faith. His faith is second to none. Yes. Trust me, with all the things that Dr. Samura Kamara had went through with the past year, anybody with faith not strong.
No. You go down go to the devil for go do bad things and forget power.
It's a problem. I've never seen Dr. Samura waver because of his strong faith.
Yes.
With whatever challenges they may go through, even with these results come out, he pray like nobody else. And it's also his integrity for which he stands for. Whether people are DDO, whether people are not DDO, he still stands for what he stands for. And one thing what I believe, see, Dr. Samura, this is not about him anymore.
No.
Just like you said, Doctor. I mean, there are few things again we're putting for achieve, where people like you, Dr. Samura, not achieve on a lifetime.
Yeah.
I think which one of the faith for, or which one I want to see Sierra Leone is for the right thing to happen.
Correct.
It's for the right thing to happen. Where we see tomorrow history, just like I say, George Una say, Dr. Samura, Dr. Samsi say, wait something with the apple when they start for what they believe in, they stood for the country, and that they make sure say democracy was restored back in Sierra Leone. Where we see if it's 15-20 years from now, we say things are beautiful, people will say yes. The young grandpa picking, they say na me grandpa, and they make sure say
we're proud of that legacy.
Yes. I think neither is some of the most important thing. Dr. Sam, just the roundup. Obviously, the dialogue, as Dr. Samura said, me would like to use the word for kind of restore democracy instead of dialogue. But kudos to the big one, they want to say dialogue. Me would like, because it's not for kind of restore democracy, though. It's not only about talking. We all know it, but then do something when I can do the right thing. So they can't try for restore democracy. That's the way I see it. So now this dialogue is going to happen very shortly, or when they come. When they talk, they can waiting when meaningful Sierra Leonean or efficient for expect, or what would they look forward to. Basically, talk to the people.
When we talk about restoring democracy, as I've not mentioned before, it's not just about the results of these elections. We all know, say, Mohamed Kone not read the correct results. You understand? I think I don't try for talks to the audience here. From where they were come to power, where they remove 10 MPs, that was the beginning of the damage to democracy in Sierra Leone. You understand? The many cases we don't go from APC on political front, many other things will not happen. So they can at parliament, what happen at parliament. They can with the security sector, how they play a role. Some back then at the Southeast, who were not able to send our party agents, they were driven. One, in the eyes of the people, the security apparatus, some area they aid and abet that. You understand? So, from the executive, come to parliament, come to the judiciary, come to the security sector, come to the PPRC, all the what they call the elections management bodies, the role they play. Look at civil society. I remember one of the agencies that they now say they do survey opinion polls in Sierra Leone, and they say President Madabio will get 56.1%.
Just exactly what they can.
And these results now come, it just goes exactly like that. So it's like
they should have done better.
It already tell what they can happen at that ending. You understand? But all of these people are people who don't aid and abet this problem we get in the country. You understand? Many of them. So morally speaking, they cannot be in a position to now come and say this is the right thing, this is the wrong thing, because you are part of this whole process where you sit down, either you aided and abetted, or you colluded, or you simply acquiesced and allow what thing happen for happen. Whether it is in religious bodies or so forth. So the restoration of democracy means it's not only about election. Even if we don't resolve the issue of the results of the elections, we have to have a program for address the issues here, so that never again Sierra Leone will experience this thing, so that democracy will not only be restored, but it will be strengthened. We will make that kind of thing not happen again as Sierra Leone. We don't see these last 5 years.
I think you said it best, because democracy, we get for getting right. We have to. Of not getting right, na problem.
Yes.
Not only, just like how you say, with even after we don't collate the right numbers, they don't come out, there have to be programs there, whereby let the same mistake not happen again.
Correct.
So because if you don't really take 2 steps forward, you take 3 steps backward.
Right.
It don't make sense. Now, I don't know if we will go far. I know say the engagement not begin happen yet, but we go. You meet people in the street. People they ask you all the time, oh, other election get for happen, no, other election get for happen, no, waiting this get for happen, no. I don't know if you want to talk about that small, or if you did in the space for talk about that, or you just go say, well, we will see what's going to happen during the dialogue, because that's the number one request, or that's the number one talked about by the average Sierra Leonean right now in terms of this dialogue. Yeah, that's what they want. I just say like that.
No, yes, of course, that's the expectation. In fact, people don't become very excited. They will look forward to that. But Dr. Samura Kamara himself don't mention in his statement, say there are certain things that he will stand for. For example, the data. If the data not there, gets an international audit firm for audit the database, the systems and operations of ECSL. Then we will know who that win, who that know. Now forensic audit.
True.
You understand?
True.
If the proof say nobody no win, obviously now go for
another election.
Yeah, election. But if somebody don't win, obviously then give the person will win.
True.
These are the two options that you have.
True. And also another, I don't know, because just like I say, there's a lot of with APCians people there that are very anxious. I don't know whose message you get for them, like in terms of for cool them down, say okay, una the big one them, we involved in the day-to-day running of involved with this dialogue, or they give your input, waiting at your own confidence or rest assured we will give you, the ceremonials with the Ephesians.
I can't say more than what Dr. Samura Kamara said in his statement. That in stand for the people, the grassroots. The only we cast their votes. We even expect a change. You understand? You know we let them down. You know we disappoint them. He will stand for them. If it means whatever offer I get for offer sacrifice, he will sacrifice and for make sure say the people, the votes, the voice prevail. And I can't give better assurance. And he said it very clearly in the open, carried by all media, carried by everybody, watched by globally, especially through this medium now. So the message is very clear. As for say no more than that.
Dr. Sisi, again, this is my studio, so I don't go say thank you because it's not your own place back. So, but anyway, I just want to say again, it's always a pleasure for talk to you, for getting inputs there, for learn from you. For me, this is a conversation with something that they can get off camera. So you in-depth knowledge of these issues always I learn from you. Never seen for amazing me. So thank you very much again for taking time sitting here and trying to educate me and also talking to the Salonians there with viewers all around the world. With people there, with viewers there, I thank you again, I watch with we. I know say when I don't glad that this program they can continue back and we promise when I say every week we will face count on our program there, we will face count on a good guest there who can tell we what's waiting to go at the country or the continuing situation. There we will do an in-depth analysis of waiting to go on. We be see we know we are getting more message from social media or believe. So we're trusted and vetted people who can talk to we will be see when they talk to we on a no send a tool they talk. Me on a host again once more na Mohammed Fontikano. I just want to thank you. And Dr. Samura Kamara, disappoint una, as he states, a do it una, na for una sake make it affects this first. Not for nobody na his sake, na for una sake. It don't talk calm, it don't talk calm. Let nobody else not tell una anything else, and it gets una best interest. If you don't believe him, for this past 5 years, we depend this campaign since 2018, not to now, we will believe him, and we will continue for believer because we know say by the grace of God, once it go the state house, salon go better, salon go change, and we all, each and every Sierra Leonean will gain from that. Again, when I thank you,